Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this mid-month psychic tarot update for October 2023 for each sign of the zodiac. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in this mid-month of October and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from your cusp sign, so be sure to check that out. All that being said, now onto your mid-month psychic tarot update, and I'm starting with the sign of Aries. The first card you have, Aries, is the Sun, and this is a card that symbolizes happiness, joy, exuberance of life and happiness. It could also indicate the spotlight being on you, success in the material world, and it could even indicate love, or the birth of a child sometimes can come up with the Sun. You may feel like you are ready. You're ready to go. You're ready for action. You're ready for, certain things to take off in your life. And you may really feel like, Aries, you want to be the catalyst to get those things going. If you are in any kind of work situation or own your own business, you may feel like you are inspired to drum up new business. And you may be really looking at your life in an interesting perspective, like what brings you joy, what brings you happiness, and the things that don't, whether it's stuff or relationships or jobs or clubs, groups, or organizations you belong to. If they don't bring you happiness, then you're going to want to be done with it. Some of you could make a new connection with somebody in the area of love in this mid-month of October, but remember, it's a general reading, so it could even go on past October, like November or December. You could be making this connection. You may also feel like you have to catch up with people or catch up with work. If there's people that you've lost touch with, you may feel like, oh, I need to send them an email, send them a text, give them a phone call, see if we can get together and see each other. You may feel that way about people in your life, but you may also want to be catching up. That could also be relatives, but you may also want to catch up on work or paying bills or anywhere you feel like you've kind of maybe are falling behind, or you need to, whatever area you need to catch up in. And things that maybe were not fully actualized or completed or need more time and attention and focus on that were happening in the months of June, July, and August, and maybe even September. You may feel like you have to complete those things or deal with those things again or address those things now. The next card you have, Aries, is the Five of Rods. And the Five of Rods is a card that symbolizes you could be having struggles or arguments or battles with inside of yourself, or with coworkers, bosses, family members, any clubs, groups, or organizations you belong to. So it could be an internal struggle in you or a struggle with other people. And the other sign that got this card for the mid-month of October is Capricorn. It's like you're starting to see the writing on the wall. And some of you are seeing where things are not going well in the sense of cooperation. If you want to see what's happening there, there's your Aries buddy right there. His birthday's April 4th, so he is an Aries through and through. It's like there's jumbled up emotions. There's nervous energy. This could be happening like if you work at a company where there's a bunch of employees, or a business where there's a bunch of employees, people are going to be acting nervous. People are going to be having like tensions will be running high. There could be arguing among people, bickering. You could see that. If it's not at work, it could be in something you are part of, a club, a group, an organization, a church, an institution, something, a school, where you could see this happening. People not getting along, tensions being high, nervous energy could kick up. For some of you, this is happening inside of you. But I feel like it's happening around you, like you're witnessing it. It's part of your daily experience. This could be something that's not bringing you joy, like I said in the Sun card. And you may feel like you want to break free from this. If it's a job, you may start looking for another job. If it's, you own your own business and it's your employees, you may need to have a big meeting, a big talking to them, or get rid of some of these employees and hire new ones. Same goes if it's your family. You may have to have a big family meeting if there's tensions that are high, or, situations may need to change. Now, you're being affected by this full moon lunar eclipse. This new moon solar eclipse in Libra, October 14th, 2023. Like, would that happen today, yesterday? I'm not sure what day this video is getting published, but, eclipses bring change, beginnings, and endings. So that clearly has come up here, that there's going to be, in your cards, I can completely see it in some ways that you're going to do that. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Taurus. And the first card you have, Taurus, is the Temperance card. And this is a card that symbolizes having patience, or it could also be alchemy, where God is working through you in what you're doing, thinking, creating, and saying. You're kind of fixated on your goals, your creativity, and what you want to achieve. And you may be very focused on perfecting things to make them better. If you own your own business, or if you are like building an addition on your house, or redoing your kitchen, or painting, wallpapering, flooring, whatever, laying concrete, pouring concrete in your driveway, whatever it is, you may be very fixated, or like I said, it could be at your work, it could be a business, on making things better, building it better, perfecting it. You may also be very hyper vigilant and cautious about, because I hear the collective consciousness of Taurus going, if I don't hurry up and get on this and take care of it, somebody else is going to step in my shoes. Or it could be even be an idea you have. You may be like, you know what, I have this, fantastic idea, and if I don't get this patent approved, or get this product into production, or get this website started, or start this business, somebody else is going to steal this idea and get it out there before me. Like, you could feel the heat of competition on your heels for some of you. You may also feel like facts and figures are not adding up, and you may have to redo things like taxes, bank statements, anything to do with money, facts and figures, on money you've spent or on money you're receiving. You may be like, well, wait a minute, or if you're creating any budgets, or you got to come up with some kind of invoices or something, you may look at them and go, wait a minute, these numbers, these facts, these figures aren't adding up. It doesn't just have to be mathematical figures. it could be facts and figures in some other sense. And so it may cause you to look at it again, have patience, having to have patience to go over it and look over it again and make adjustments where it's necessary. So the card you have with it is the Ace of Pentacles, and this is the divine blessings of financial abundance coming to you. It could also be emotions, like it doesn't, or other things of value. It doesn't always have to be money, but this card is can also be like getting a raise, getting an inheritance, getting a gift of cash. It could winning money. It could also be those things. It's like you're starting to understand the pathway of money and manifesting money and things that are financially abundant and coming to fruition for you. Some of you could be receiving money through family sources. Some of you, I know there's people out there that's going to go, my family isn't giving me any money. I can hear the collective consciousness of Taurus is saying that. But it does come up that some of you are going to get money or financial support or backing from family. It could be through an inheritance. It could be a gift of cash. It could be that there's some business or work or something you're trying to do or get started or create or get going, and your family is backing you or giving you some support. You may even get some surprise where you find out that somebody you didn't expect left you something in their will. It could be a friend of the family, could be a relative you were not exceptionally close to, or were close to, but you didn't think, like maybe you thought, oh, well, their kids are going to get everything. Maybe it's like an aunt or uncle. You didn't expect them to leave anything to you, and lo and behold, they left something. And it could be not, maybe it's not money, but it could be something of value. Some of you are getting a bonus, a raise, or an increase in your salary at work for some of you. Max is snoring right here on the couch, by the way. And anything you do that builds up, any work you do or business that you do, you are going to reap financial benefits and rewards from that. So let's say you had an online business or a website and you changed it and you offered more products or services, or you ran specials or special promotions or deals. The money's, you're going to get the money. The money's going to roll in for you from that. So, you know, anything where you're focusing your attention, and to build up and improve something to do with business or work or a website or your work, even if you work for another business or company, some of you are getting your financial gains through that channel, that area. So I hope this reading was of help to you. Now on to the sign of Gemini. Hi, Gemini. So the first card you have, Gemini. Boy, Max is really snoring it up for the Geminis. You have the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is a card that symbolizes a pause, a resting phase, a meditative state, a recuperation from an illness. It could sometimes indicate prayer. I feel like there's been a lot of things that have been pressing down on you or bearing down on you lately that have caused you to feel like you need a break, you need a hiatus, you need a vacation. Some of you may have found out recently that there were some things that you're concerned about with your health. Maybe your blood pressure, could be cholesterol, blood pressure, could have to do with blood work, like sugar in your blood or thyroid. You could find out like levels are low, or something of that nature, or it could be some other health related thing that's come up and you found out about it recently or now. And so you may want to take it easy, take care of yourself more, get more rest, take certain supplements, or remedies or, treatments of some kind, or medication even for some of you. You may also have had to stand up to some people, and this may have caused them to come at you, where they're like, what are you talking about? What are you giving me a hassle for? Why do you say that to me? You don't know my situation, or, you don't be a boss. Don't boss us around. Don't be dictatorial. Da, 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 da. So you could have had one or maybe even four people that haven't liked some direction you've given them, or, some kind of opinion or advice. And this could even be clients and customers. It doesn't have to be friends and family or coworkers or employees, which it could be any one of those, but it could also be, family that is like, what are you bossing us around for? What are you talking about? Could be your kids, could be your siblings, could be a combination. So the card you have with it is the Lovers. Now this could be two people that are intertwined with each other, that are in tune with each other's needs, and have an empathic connection and an empathetic connection. Sometimes this card in particular doesn't show the angel, but other tarot decks do, where an angel is watching over the couple and is either blessing the couple or creating interference for the couple. So let's see why you have the Lovers here. Some of you, not all of you, but some of you will be drawn to somebody new romantically speaking over the next 6 weeks or even up to 6 months. And it's like you have some kind of past connection here. This could be past life connection, where you knew them before and you kind of recognize them again, but you can't put two and two together and figure out how. Because you're like, how do I feel like I know you before when I don't? Or this literally could be somebody that you knew earlier in your life and they're coming back around again at this time. Some of you could find that there's somebody that wants to delve in deep into your personal life or secrets or things about you. This could be somebody you know. This could be maybe even somebody you don't know that's on like a dating site or a dating app, or somebody like if you're a YouTube personality or you do something else online and they're like, somebody could be digging into like trying to find out facts and knowledge about you. For some of you, it could be that. It could be somebody you know. Literally, like it could be one of your family members or a friend, and they could be like digging somehow to try to find out like how much you make, or, if you're married or not, or, where you live, or, I don't know, some like, or, where do you work? What's your position? Some of you are reuniting with somebody again. I get that again. They've repeated themselves with that message. This could also be you if you are already in a love relationship. You could be having like a reconnection, a refortification of your romantic and sexual relationship. Could be getting ignited, reinforced. All of that can come up here for some of you Geminis that are coupled. Some of you, if you haven't had a love relationship in your life for a little while, you may find that your love life comes together for you and starts to bloom and blossom either in the month of February or after the month of February passes. Now, I know it's an October reading, but, the guides do see forward and backward and now. So, and timing, they don't look at timing the way we do here on the earth plane. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Cancer. Hi, Cancer. The first card you have is the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords could be grieving the loss of a love relationship. It could be not feeling well. It could be worried about somebody else not feeling well. It could be sleepless nights, bad dreams, migraine headaches. It could also be that you feel trapped or stuck in some way. You may feel like you have too many responsibilities. You may feel like you have too much to do. You have too many responsibilities. And you may feel like it's like burdensome to you. Too much to deal with, or overwhelming, or burdensome. You may also feel like there's a lot of dilemmas, problems, issues, and things that you need to fix, one thing after another. Like, could be to do with your bank account, your finances, your job, your kids, your, you know, I don't know, something to do with your property, your, you know, your living situation. Like, you could have, like, it could all be stacking up on top of you. That's what these swords could represent in this card for some of you. You could have an ongoing struggle with either family members, or it could be going on at work where you're having some kind of frustration, battle, anxiety, and push and pull kind of situation. Like, you know, you push this way, they push that way. It could be like that, push and pull. It could even be going on in a love relationship for some of you. You may feel like there's certain things like you got to straighten out or get organized, because they could feel like you're in some way like it's driving you crazy. Something going on here where you may feel like, you know, maybe it's too many things going wrong in your home. Like, maybe your hot water heater went. Maybe your air conditioning isn't working right. Maybe, you know, your car is having issues, and, you know, something else broke. Like your, I don't know, whatever. Your window shades came down and you're going to have to get them repaired or get new ones. Like, it could be things of that nature, like one after the other after the other. You could have somebody in your life that I feel for some of you either is a love partner or a family member, that you feel like you have forgotten how much they bother you about something. So you could be getting some frustration and irritation over a love partner or a family member. The next card you have in your reading is the Page of Rods, and the Page of Rods is a fire sign person. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that's a fire sign. But pages can be children. They can also be messengers, or they can be, pages can be children or adults that are immature or young at heart. They could be messengers. This would be a messenger about work, communication, business, enterprise, or some kind of new beginning of some sort. You may feel like everything you do or everything you say kind of boomerangs back at you and then falls in your lap. You may feel like you give people advice. You're telling them what to do or giving them guidance, and they're not listening to you. Or, you know, you may feel like, I keep getting the boomerang. Like, you throw something out there, it comes back at you. It's I don't know what you're throwing out there. I feel like it could be advice, suggestions, comments, help, but somehow it boomerangs back, and I feel like your two cards are connected. I don't always feel that way in tarot readings that are general. It happens, sometimes it comes up and sometimes it doesn't. I feel like your Nine of Swords and Page of Rods are connected. You may also feel like bosses or parents or friends or spouses or significant others are calling you out on every single thing you do. You may feel like, what? You're criticizing that? you don't like it. You don't like the dinner I made. You don't like the clothes I bought for you. You don't like how I handled this, or it could be at work. You may feel like your boss is micromanaging you, picky-uni about everything you do. Like what? You don't like the way I did this job? You don't like the way I handled that account or that client, or I filed these papers, or I answered these phone calls, or I did this business or work. It's somewhere you're feeling like you're getting like overly scrutinized, overly micromanaged, overly picked on, overly did I say criticized? Like that kind of energy. But only you are going to know, Cancer, which area of your life. Is it your friends doing it? Is it your family doing it? Is it your love partner doing it? Or is it friends, family, love partner, co-workers, bosses, somebody? For you Cancers, it may be all different in where that's coming from, or it could be coming from multiple sources. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Now on to the sign of Leo. Hi, Leo. The first card you have is Four of Rods, and this is marriage. This could be about your marriage if you're already married. It could be getting married. It could be attending a wedding. It could be throwing a wedding for somebody else. This could also be going to some type of celebration or a gathering that's a happy party. This could also indicate success coming to you in springtime for some of you Leos. If you are married, I feel like you're wishing that things were better or more improved in your marriage. And even if your marriage is doing well, you may still wish to make improvements to your marriage. You may be going out of your way to find ways to please your partner, like cooking them a special dinner, or taking them out someplace nice, or getting them a nice gift, or writing them cards, or sending them flowers or something. You may be going out of your way to do things like that for them. If you get invited to a gathering, a party, a celebration, or a wedding, I hear that some of you are going to be speaking to somebody that, if you're single, this could turn into somebody that you may end up starting to date and getting to know them. If you met them in August, you may start dating them now. You may go to a wedding or some kind of party or gathering or celebration, and you may be going with your partner if you're already coupled with somebody, and really enjoying seeing some people you haven't seen for a while could come up here for you. If you've had any social anxiety, I feel like you're going to be brave and you're going to conquer it, and you're going to go to some kind of social event. If you are coupled or not, and you have some kind of issues that revolve around the public, being at parties, gatherings, or dealing with the public, and you have some kind of social anxiety that comes up, you and your partner, if you're coupled, may start to go to like couples therapy or counseling of some sort. Some of you may do that. Now, the card that you have that came up with it is the Knight of Swords, and this is an air sign person. This is Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you, Leo, if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that is an air sign. You may be going to bat for somebody that's an air sign, like recommending them for a job, or if somebody, or going to court and standing up for them, like, you know, in their defense. If they're getting married, you may be their best man or bridesmaid or maid of honor. You may be standing up for them in that regard. This could be somebody that has a lot going on in their mind, and it could be like tick, 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 almost like a ticking time bomb. So maybe this is somebody that's getting ready to walk down the aisle and they're getting nervous and they're having cold feet or second thoughts. Or they're just over-analyzing and fretting and worrying too much. Now, don't get hung up that this is a knight, because this messages could also apply if this is an air sign female. Either way, these messages could apply. You could have cause for concern about this air sign person if it's not you, or even if it's you. You may feel like they are acting too erratically. They could be, you know, doing insane things a little recklessly or erratically or radically or off the wall. They may even be trying to hide those traits from other people. But if this is like a relative to you or a good friend to you, they may be letting you see it. They may allow you to see this, but they may be hiding these behaviors from others. I do feel like whether this is you and it's your rising sign or moon sign, or if it's somebody else, I do feel like you're worried about them, like you have concern over them. You know, if they're married, if this Knight of Swords is married, they may want to like leave their marriage. Or if they're on like the road, they're engaged and they're getting ready to get married, they may be thinking of leaving their significant other at the altar. They may want to back out. So think about this carefully. It's a general reading. This Knight of Swords may mean something totally different to you, but hopefully these messages made sense to you. Now on to the sign of Virgo. Hi Virgo, the first card you have is the Hanged Man, and this is being in limbo, not moving forward, not moving backward, being in a state of suspended animation and having to draw strongly from your own psychic ability and your own intuition at the time the Hanged Man shows up. This could also indicate that you're waiting for something. I get that you're finding out bits and pieces and details from other people or through the media or through, you know, alternative forms of media. You may feel like, oh, I'm surprised that I haven't taken action, but you're holding yourself back, you're waiting, you're not certain what to do, so you're not taking action. And, you know, it's a wise decision. You may feel like you're at the precipice of some big decision. And I feel like you're saying to yourself, is this wise for me to make this decision or not? Like you're questioning some big decision here. And I feel like there could be something that you want to ease into gradually. You don't want to jump into something with both feet. It could be a new job. It could be a new career path. It could be a new club, group, or organization, or school, or training program. It could even be about a relationship. I just get like you want to ease into something here. You don't want to jump in with both feet. There could also be a lot of things happening behind the scenes at your job or in some other way, maybe out in the world, that's causing you to question what's going on and could also be forcing you to be in a state of limbo or waiting. Because I also hear the collective consciousness of Virgo saying, I have to handle this properly and carefully. So it could be a new job, it could be a promotion, it could be a new relationship. But so I feel like you're very tentative. You're very, cautious. Lots of cautious and wanting to take precautions comes up here. The card you have with it is the Queen of Cups, which is a water sign person. This is Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you, Virgo, if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that is a water sign. Some of you, this is you, where you're trying to smooth things over and make the pathway better for other people to proceed through. It could be at your business. It could be at your job. It could be for your kids or, other people in your family. You may be questioning where to put your energy. You may have a lot of drive and ambition and goal-oriented energy, but you may be like unsure where to put, which direction or what, where to throw that dart, where to throw that energy, what areas to hone in on and focus on. You could be pondering that at this time. This could be somebody in your family or somebody you're close to. And you may feel like they're going through some kind of trauma, drama, or issues at this time, some type of other issues. And you may not be certain about what to do or how to help them. It could be medical condition, it could be health related, or it could be other issues going on with them. And you may feel like you want to do something, you want to help them, but you may be kind of, like a little uncertain, a little unclear about how to do that for them. Some of you, it's either you or somebody, a water sign you're connected to, that is going to go away and be traveling at the end of this month or at some point in the month of November. And you may find that the spiritual side of life and the spiritual side of things are starting to have more importance to you. Maybe they always did, but that kind of like took a back seat or faded. Well, you're going to have a rebirth of it now again. Like spirituality, spiritual practices will become very important to you now and throughout the month of November. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Now on to the sign of Libra. Hi, Libra. So the first card you have is the Queen of Swords, which could be you because this is an air sign person, either Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. You may feel like everything you do for everyone else. You may really feel like you're going out of your way for other people, or that you generally do all the time. It may not even be just this mid-month update of October. You may feel like you always do that. And I see you going, if I put this together or do this, this is going to make this one happy. And if I put this together and do that, it's going to make that one happy. Like it could be special dinners, special parties, special gifts, special occasions of some sort, or like, I don't know, gifts. I don't know what it is, but I get you feeling like you're concerned about making other people happy. And you're looking at the things you can do to, maybe it's going to be about, like, if you live in the United States, it could be Thanksgiving dinner. Well, if I make this, it'll make these happy. If I make this, it'll make those people happy. Or it could be for, like, holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever holidays you celebrate. Maybe you're trying to plan for that. I know we're in the mid-month of October, but, I saw a show on TV the other day, a shopping channel. I was cruising by and it said 100 days to Christmas. And that was like over a week ago. And I was like, my God, that doesn't sound too far away. So it may be like planning for the holidays in some regard. You may also be very watchful and mindful of how you conduct yourself in certain situations. It could be to some kind of party or gathering you're going to. It could be like at a job interview or meeting with like new clients and customers. It could be that. But I'm getting you like really mindful of what you say, how you conduct yourself. This is going to be some points of focus for some of you Libras. And some of you, you're going to be shooting for the stars. You're going for the gold. You're not going to, you want to go for it in some way. So you may be trying to get a promotion or a raise or something else that you feel is like shooting for the stars. I get that energy for you as well. So the next card you have that came up with it, Libra, is the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is a earth sign person, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. That could be their sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that is an earth sign, but this could be somebody else in your life. It could also be you if you are born on the cusp of Virgo and Libra. You may be very mindful also of which these two cards could be connected of how they're talking to you and dealing with you and handling you. So this could be a reciprocal thing, or you may be very like this earth sign person. You may be very much like, how are they talking to me? What are they saying? What's their suggestions? What are they, how are they dealing with me? This could be for some of you, it could be somebody that ruffles your feathers, kind of gets on your nerves or ruffles your feathers in some way. If this is a love partner to you, you may be like, well, what do you think of how I look? Do you like this outfit? Do you like how I changed my hair? Do you like how I, made this great dinner? Do you like how I did this or that? This could be somebody that you're sweet on, and you may be in a relationship with them already, and you may feel like you want them to appreciate you, that you want them to appreciate your efforts, and they may be distant or frustrating to you in some way. They may be like, I don't have time to deal with this or listen to you or go out with you or spend time with you or pay attention to you because I'm busy doing this. I feel like the Knight of Pentacles has pressing work, business, or things that they've got in their mind and that they're determined that they're going to do. And you may feel like, what am I, chopped liver? You may feel like that about how they're kind of like, they may be blowing you off. They may be acting too busy or too distracted. So I don't know. And if you're like, well, I know somebody like that, but they're not an earth sign. Well, do you know their rising sign or moon sign? Because their sun sign could be something completely different, and their moon sign or rising sign could be an earth sign. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and happy birthday to the Libras out there. I hope you have a fantastic, fantastic, fantastic birthday. I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Now on to the sign of Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. First card you have is the Hierophant, and this is God or a high priest or pope giving you a blessing or a warning. It could also indicate higher education or higher learning. You could be the teacher. You could be the student. This card could also indicate religion or spirituality. Some of you Scorpios may feel like you're going through some kind of emotional upheaval or emotional trauma or drama. And you may feel like you have to be the peacemaker, the mediator. You may feel like You are going to be the voice of reason, and you are going to settle some kind of upheaval or drama, or, you know, people that are at loggerheads with each other. You may even say, you know what, this is where I step in and I take charge. Because you may feel like people are acting ridiculous, out of character, willy-nilly, being unnecessary, behaving unnecessarily in some way, and you are going to, you know, like I said, come in and step in and be the voice of reason for some of you Scorpios in the mid-month of October, or even going into and through the month of November. There could be a situation, a circumstance, or something that you're like, I'm putting a stop to this right now. I just hear it so strongly. You could be talking to your kids. You could be talking to a significant other, or employees, or coworkers even. Or people in some kind of club, group, or organization where you're like, you don't like what's happening. And you may think, like I said, I already described it, people acting like unnecessarily, displaying unnecessary behavior. You may find yourself having to work with new groups or teams of people. This could be at work. This could be even if you are retired. You may have new teams and groups of people coming to your house. Maybe you have somebody that cleans your house, somebody that cleans your gutters, somebody that does the yard work, somebody that, you know, does some other kind of work at your house. And so you may be maybe those people, you got rid of them all, and now maybe you have new people, and so therefore that could be the new team of people that you're working with. It's because not everybody's working at a job. Some of you are retired. So the card that comes up with it is funny that now that I said all that, I just realized what card you have, is the Nine of Rods, which is being prepared and ready for battle. It's getting your ducks in a row, getting things organized and situated. But it could be getting ready for some kind of battle. It's like you're going to feel like, I got to step in, I got to take charge, I got to get matters, I'm taking matters into my own hands. And I hear the collective consciousness of Scorpio going, look how far you pushed me. Look how far you pushed me to this. So yeah, it's not like you necessarily wanted to do it. It's like you feel like this is something that's necessary for you to do. Yep, because I get it again. My guides say many people behaving like dunderheads. I also see you presenting facts and saying, these are the facts, and if you don't like it, see ya. And we're not going to do things that way anymore. We're going to do things this way now. I also hear you saying that. And anybody else's tyrannical behavior that's going on around you is not going to be tolerated by you. If there are people overstepping their bounds in some way with their words or deeds, you are going to be like law enforcement. You're going to be enforcing some laws and rules and regulations. You're going to be like, no. And you're going to be very, very decisive. Your mind is made up, Scorpio. I don't see anybody changing it. This, for some of you, could even be happening in a living situation or a family situation where you may be saying, you can't stay here anymore. If you had a property and there were some relatives squatting in it, and you know it's an estate that needs to be sold, a property that needs to be sold, and some relative is hanging in there and hanging in there and hanging in there. You may be like, nope, you're out of here. Not staying here anymore. That could be happening in your own house as well. So lots of things to think about here, Scorpio. I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Now on to the sign of Sagittarius. Hi, Sagittarius. The first card you have is Five of Cups. And Five of Cups is sadness, loss, and regret. But not all hope is lost, because there's still two cups upright behind the man or woman, who, whatever it is, I'm not sure, in the card. So that means that hope is not lost. But there is some type of sadness, loss, or regret here. You may feel like you're not happy about too many things falling away here. There could be some things or scenarios that are going on that you don't really like. And for some of you, this could be people, like people that are leaving your life because of they're moving or they're quitting the place where you work. So there could be some people leaving here that you're sad to see them go. You may also feel like you wished you hadn't wasted or spent so much time on doing a particular thing. It could be maybe you feel like you worked too much, or maybe you feel like you traveled too much, or maybe you feel like you weren't there enough around somebody or a few people even. And you may feel like this was some kind of error in judgment, because you may actually have believed that you had more time. Maybe you didn't know this person was going to leave. It could be that they quit their job. It could be that they're moving far away. It could be, if you have kids, that they're moving or going off to school or, to college. It could be even an elderly relative to you, or somebody that was not well that passes away. And you may feel like you regret that you were too far away or too busy doing other things, or that you didn't spend enough time with them. So you could be being hard on yourself too much in this mid-month of October or sometime thereafter, because it is a general reading, so timing will be different for all of you. This could happen, what I'm talking about here, could be next month, could even be in December. You may also feel like if you had only listened to somebody's advice, you wouldn't be in the pickle that you're in now. So in the past, somebody close to you, could be a friend, relative, could have even been somebody you paid for advice. And they gave you instruction or gave you advice, and you maybe listened at the time but didn't heed the advice, and now you could be having some regrets about that. The card you have with it is the Strength card. That's a good card to have here with it. So this is accessing inner courage and inner strength. It could be having courage and strength over adversity. It could be spiritual power over the material world. It could be taming the savage beast in yourself, in someone else, or in a situation. This can also be, maybe you're dealing with a Leo, because the woman is holding a lion. You may feel like it's really important for you to build your strength up. This could be your immune system. This could also be your physical body strength, or it could even be mentally and emotionally. You may feel like you need to build up strength. You feel like you need to build up strength in some area. And I do feel like you're working on it. You may have recently started working on it, or around the time of this reading or soon thereafter, you may start working on it. You may feel like if you let that slip away, that you will have regrets over that. So these two cards together could mean that. Like, if I don't build up my immune system or my physical body or my mental and emotional strength, I am going to have regrets. That's what these two cards could mean for some of you. You may be getting prepared to take some kind of big giant leap into something. Like it could be, maybe you want to train for the Ironman training, or, you know, what is that? I'm not sure. Is that the same as triathlon? You know, swimming, running, biking, something like that. You may decide you want to jump into that. You may be making some big decision, or to join a gym, or to, you know, get personal training, personal coaching, this like a personal trainer, or personal coaching like a life coach. And there's something in the core of you, Sagittarius, that you want people to see how far you've come. Even though there's part of you that's like, you don't care what other people think. You care what you think. But there is a part of you, some of you Sagittarians, you do care a little bit what some other people think. Maybe it's your kids, maybe it's your significant other, maybe it's your family. I don't know who it is, but you may want to sort of, or, you know, maybe you are a public figure in some way, and you want to show people you got what it takes. You want to show people you put your energy and effort into it, that you took charge, you took command, you improved or bettered yourself in one of those ways I've discussed in these cards. So I certainly hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Now on to the sign of Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. So the first card that you have is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is an air sign person. This is Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could be you, Capricorn, if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that is an air sign, or if you're born on the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius. You may feel like things have gotten out of hand with this person, and you may feel like you want to rectify it. So you may have had arguments or disputes or some kind of points of contention with this air sign. I do feel like you feel that they're very intelligent, maybe a little intellectual, but you may feel like that they are too smart for their own good, or that maybe you think that they think they're smarter than what they are. But I do feel like you look at them like they are smart and intelligent. You and this King of Swords air sign person may feel like this is where we draw a line in the sand. They may feel that way about you or what's going on between the two of you. Like, okay, this is where I draw the line in the sand with you, Capricorn. That may be what this King of Swords is saying. They may want proof from you about something. They may also bring up the topic of victimization. They may feel like you're victimizing them, or they may feel like they're being victimized in some way, maybe by a company or business you own or work for, or, you know, it could be in some other way. But I get that that's part of what they're concerned about. You may look at them like they're a little too touchy. You may look at them like they're always going on about something. You may also look at them like they're not, their ideas or their thoughts are not always practical or maybe doable. They may feel like you owe them something. This King of Swords may feel like you owe them money, or that you owe them an apology. That comes up here. The card you have with it is the Five of Rods. The other sign that got Five of Rods was Aries. So the Five of Rods is a card that can mean an internal struggle going on inside of you, or a struggle with coworkers, family members, people in any club, group, or organization that you belong to. I feel like this is about the King of Swords. I feel like your two cards are connected, and I feel like you two are at, odds. Like you can't come to terms about something. Like the two of you are struggling to find common ground or to come to an agreement. I do feel that you see eye to eye on some things. So I don't feel like you totally disagree with them all the way. I don't feel that. I do feel in some instances you guys, you and this King of Swords person see eye to eye. You or them may feel like there's a lot of ruckus getting stirred up, and especially it could be in family. Like if it's a family situation, you or them, you or the King of Swords, or both of you feel like this is stirring up a lot of ruckus in the family. Family causing family upheaval and dissension. But it could be happening at a job or a club, group, or organization you're involved in or belong to, where you feel like, you know, whatever's going on between the two of you and not seeing eye to eye on everything and being at loggerheads with each other, and the King of Swords feeling like kind of victimized by you in some way, shape, or form, that this is causing too much drama and upheaval at the club, group, or organization you guys are involved in and belong to, or in a work situation. But for some of you, it is family. They may feel like your treatment of them is like, because I hear the King of Swords thoughts saying, you made me pay. So maybe they feel like you made them pay emotionally, or you made them pay tangibly with money. Like that's energy is coming up here. You may have to agree to disagree, and there may be a parting of ways here for some of you. So you got to see how this plays out for you, Capricorn. It's not a private reading, unfortunately, so I can't delve into it any deeper. But if you know if Capricorn's your rising sign, and you know, I mean, if Capricorn's your sun sign and you know your rising sign or your moon sign, please go watch them, because you may get more of a complete picture of what's going on here with these two cards for you this month. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Now on to the sign of Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. The first card you have is the Empress. And this is a card that's symbolic of the birth of a child or a birth of a project, business, plan, or an idea. You could also be the Empress here. Or it could be a maternal figure that has crossed over to the other side, watching you, guiding you, looking out for you. It could also be a maternal figure in the living. You may be going through emotional trauma. You may feel like there are things that are inside of you that need to purge and be healed. You may feel like you're going through a lot of efforts to make things better and improve things for yourself and those around you. You may be quite a force to be reckoned with, and you may feel like to other people around you, like, or that are out in the world or whatever, people you know, people you don't know, like that they need to back off or respect you, because you, in the mid-month of October and maybe even going into November, you feel like you are a force to be reckoned with. Some of you have a maternal figure that has crossed over to the other side that is watching over you and wants you to know that you are dear to them still, even while they are on the other side of the veil. You may feel like it's your job to take care of other people. or you may feel like a big part of your life is devoted to being watchful or taking care of other people. Your life may have felt like that for a while, and it still feels that way going on, or it could be starting now that you're feeling that. You may feel very inspired to protect those you love and care about. Some of you that own a business or are very creative may be thinking of a new way to bring financial gain into your life. The card you have with it is the Five of Cups. And the other sign that got Five of Cups this mid-month of October was your buddy Sagittarius. So Aquarius and Sagittarius both got Five of Cups. Five of Cups is a sign, a card that means sadness, loss, and regret. But there's still two cups at the bottom of this card that are upright, so not all hope is lost. But there is some type of sadness, loss, or regret feeling here. It's very similar to what I got for Sagittarius in some ways, at least the first message. You wished you had spent more time with somebody or family, your kids, your family, or a particular person. You may have felt like you were there, but you weren't present enough, either emotionally or spiritually or mentally. You may have some kind of regret. It comes up. This is similar to Sagittarian's message of like lost time. Time you can't gain back. You may also have some regrets about how you handled certain things. For some of you, it could have to do with your mother. You may have regrets that, how you handled certain things with your mother in the past. Whether your mother's living or deceased, you could feel that way right now. You may also feel like there is something that you did where you may feel like you made a mess of things by some kind of decisions or choices you made that you may have questioned at the time, but blew it off and went ahead and did it anyway. And now you may have regrets over those decisions and choices. But I feel like you already made those decisions and choices in the past. It could have been 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Could have been even further back than that, or it even could have been just, a month or so ago. But you may have some regrets over some decisions that you made. But I'm telling you right now, at the time, you questioned it, but you ignored it. You ignored your own intuition about it and went ahead with it anyway. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Make sure you watch your rising sign, sun sign, and moon sign to get a more clear picture of what's going on for you in this mid-month of October. So now on to the sign of Pisces. Hi, Pisces. So the first card you have is the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. So this is new love coming in for you. Or it could be a rebirth and a reigniting of an existing love relationship. This could also be about loving something that you do, something creative or your job or something else. Some of you that have been in love before and then kind of fell out of love or, whatever. It's almost like you're learning to love again, or you're open and willing to receive love now. Some of you are going to meet somebody special, and this could be somebody like literally brought to you by the divine source. Like, okay, Pisces, here you go. Here's the right person for you. Could show up anytime between now and the end of December. Could even go out further than that, but between mid-October and the end of December, this the strongest of likelihood to show up for you. I feel that this is going to be a serious relationship, and it really does circle around love. And like I said, it could really go somewhere. Some of you that are coupled may really start to build a stronger life together, and may even start buying things together, like buying a home, or even if you're renting a place, you may be buying things together, like buying new furniture, buying new kitchen appliances, buying things together, or new things, and building up and improving your environment together as a couple, if you're already coupled. Some of you are going to be rewarded for being a good steward. So if you've done very well at your job and at your position, you will be rewarded in some way with a bonus, or a raise, or a promotion. If you get invited to attend any gatherings, I highly recommend you go, because if you are single and you are looking for love, there's a very good chance that you're going to meet somebody at some kind of event or gathering. So the card you have with it is the Justice card, and this could be dealing with court documents, legal papers, lawyers, judges, the court systems. It could also be lawsuits, settlements, mediation. Justice could also be something that was once unfair and unjust, now becomes fair and just, and it may have nothing to do with the legal system. If you start any new job or any new position, or start your own business, you're going to catch on really, really quickly. You may have meetings, important business meetings, or meetings with people that teach you where you're going to learn how to develop any products, services, plans, or business. If you felt like there were things that were unfair going on in your life, in your career or love life or wherever it was, you're going to start to feel like the scales of justice are coming into balance for you now. This is a weird message, but I'm going to warn you because it came up here. You may find that you may start to retain water now. It could have to do with blood pressure. Or if you have anything like diabetes or anything like that, I don't know, but I get or there could be many other factors that can make that happen. I just get some of you Pisces may start to notice that you're retaining water or retaining fluid in your body. You could have swelling of some sort somewhere from water retention. You would definitely benefit from getting any kind of aura clearing, chakra balancing, any kind of energetic healing, Reiki, or any other type of healing, energetic healing work would be of great benefit to you now and going through to the end of December. Again, that time frame for you. If there's any court cases that are pending for you, I feel that they get stopped or blocked or rescheduled. They either get dropped, stopped, blocked, or rescheduled. You may also find new ways to develop something in your life by taking some kind of law classes or having any kind of meetings with lawyers. You may learn a lot through sessions with lawyers, or, like I said, any type of legal classes that you could take online or take in person. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you click like on this video, you will help me out in the algorithms, and more people will see my videos and could possibly benefit from these psychic predictions and messages, and you will help my channel grow, which will help me. So thank you so much for that. And if you would like to get any of the special video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand videos, where I look at very specific topics using a variety of divination tools, giving predictions and messages for each sign of the zodiac, you can access the most recently recorded videos by going down below, clicking the little word more, and you'll see all the video series links I have posted down below under this video. Or you can go to my website at the Lucky Mermaid LLC, go to the videos page, and there you will see all the different video series I've recorded. You can read all the descriptions, what divination tools I've used, how long the predictions go out for each series, and you click on whatever sign you want, and that link will take you to that video on Vimeo. The most recently recorded video series I've worked on, which my son Daniel is editing right now, so hopefully they'll be done and listed underneath this video. As soon as they're done, the link's going under there, so hopefully it's by the time this video goes out, is my full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, October 28th, 2023, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card reading for each sign of the zodiac. I highly recommend in the eclipse series to get both your sun sign and your rising sign if you can do so. Also, we're being affected by another eclipse this month, which by the time you're listening to this is either happening today or the next day, is the new moon solar eclipse in Libra, October 14th, 2023, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card reading for each sign of the zodiac. In those eclipse readings, I use the same format. You're getting the tarot cards, the crystal, and oracle card, and then I pull a gemstone crystal at the end from the velvet bag of gems to get what is the best crystal for you to work with, use, and wear. These predictions last for 6 months, but in both of these video series, they went out 9 months and even in some cases up to a year. So I hope you'll check them out. Also, my psychic crystal readings for October 2023. It's a continuation or an expansion of the psychic tarot readings I do at the beginning of the month for each sign of the zodiac. So you might want to get yours. I look into every aspect I can think of to look at in the crystal readings. So many people find they're helpful. I hope you will find them helpful as well. Also, don't forget my mid-year psychic tarot update for 2023 for each sign of the zodiac. This year isn't over yet. We still have the rest of October, all of November, and all of December. If you haven't checked out the mid-year psychic tarot update, you might want to get those now. And the mid-year love and romance psychic tarot update for 2023 for singles and couples. First half of the reading is for single people of your sign. Second half of the reading is for coupled people of your sign. And I highly recommend watching the entire reading because some things in the couples will apply to the singles. Some things in the singles will also apply to the couples. And, you know, somebody asked me, I've had it a couple times, maybe 3 times people have asked me, why do you do that? Why don't you make them separate? Well, there's only so much hours in the day to record each separate video. Also, my son goes to college. He only has so much time to edit these videos. And the main reason is because sometimes you start out the year single and end up in a couple, and sometimes you start out the year as a couple and end up single. So you don't have to buy 2 readings, just buy one, and you get all the predictions in one. Don't forget my career and finance psychic tarot and crystal readings. Those predictions start in April of 2023. They started then, and they go all the way out till next year of October of 2024. Not this October, next October. You might want to get those now because, as I've said in every video, I don't think I'm going to do them anymore. I may change the way I do them or do something different. in regard to career and finance, but I don't feel I'm going to do that series that way anymore. So if you liked the way I did those before, you might want to get that series now. Those predictions go out a whole nother year. Also, my What's Lucky and New for You in 2023. If you didn't get those yet, this year, again, is not over yet. You want to see what, because not everything happens all at the beginning of the year. Could happen at the end of the year. So you might want to check those videos out. There's other video links down below. And like I said, if you go to my website, there's all kinds of video series. I don't even know how many video series I've recorded. I started doing the Vimeo videos in 2015. I started on YouTube in 2014, but I started the Vimeo videos a year later. So think of how many video series. And if you purchase them, you can watch them. Mine are not, somebody wrote me and asked, oh, are you only renting them for 6 months? I've never done that. I saw some other reader do that years ago where you could only get them for like 6 months. No, you can go back once you get them, as long as I'm on Vimeo. As long as I am on Vimeo, you can get those videos and watch them back as far as they go. And you know what? You might want to think about it, because many people write me and say, hey, that happened to me 2 years ago, what you said in this reading. Hey, that happened to me last year. Hey, that happened to me 3 years ago. Well, then you might want to, if you see that happening on YouTube and you go to Vimeo, there may be some video series you may want to go back and get from the past that you maybe didn't get before, because those predictions could be happening to you right now. Also, I want to say, if you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides channeled through me that you're not going to see here on a video format on YouTube, you can follow me on my social media pages at the Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook and the Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. You can also follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm very active on there now. I kind of stepped away from that for a couple years. I'm back on Twitter, formerly, now X. And my name over there is The Lucky Mermaid. And I'm also on Rumble, and you never know what's going to happen over here. They get rid of channels that are like alternative. It happens all the time. So just in case, good to have a safety net. Check me out on Rumble. My channel over there is called The Lucky Mermaid LLC. And if you would like to donate to this channel and help support the readings that I do here on YouTube, there is a donation link down below in the description box in the Show More section. It's down underneath all the video series links I have posted. I want to thank you so much to those of you who have been so kind and generous and donated to my channel. It does mean a lot to me, and it really does help me a lot. It helps me, all of this like Vimeo purchasing and donations helps keep me being able to do these free readings here on YouTube, because I have 2,000 people waiting for private readings. I could do that for like 3 years. So I'd like to keep doing the videos on YouTube. So anything you do, clicking like, buying the Vimeos, donating, all helps me keep going here on YouTube. And I do really appreciate all of you, and I appreciate your kind comments. And even though I can't comment on all of them, I do read them. I try to comment as much as I can. And thank you for that. I do really appreciate that as well. So I hope all of you have an absolutely outstanding rest of October. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.